I don't know if there's ever been another time in history where we could ask this question. What's less controversial? Not wearing one of these in public or a pastor drinking alcohol? See, this is an extremely controversial topic today. Should I wear one? Should I not wear one? What's the right answer? And at the same time, a pastor drinking alcohol, is that okay? Should that be allowed? But then you look at me going, well, Brett, that's not alcohol. That's an Arnold Palmer. You're right, it's not alcohol. But not everybody knows that. And I experienced that the hard way. I was with a group of friends not too long ago, and we were talking about summertime drinks. What's our favorite drink in the summertime? And I said, I enjoy an Arnold Palmer. It's one of my favorite drinks. Well, this individual didn't realize that Arnold Palmer wasn't an alcoholic drink. In fact, they thought that if it had a name, it had alcohol in it. Well, this didn't come up till later within the conversation when they ended up admitting that they were sitting there going, oh, a pastor freely talking about drinking alcohol? Oh no. Well, then we laughed because they also didn't know what a Shirley Temple was. Shirley Temple, not alcohol. But we do that, don't we? We see those things and we judge. We look at other individuals' behavior and we go, oh, should they or shouldn't they be doing that? Well, the question is, should we be doing that or not? Well, James chapter 4 is where we're at today. James 4, verse 11 and 12. Brothers and sisters, do not slander one another. Anyone who speaks against a brother or sister or judges them speaks against the law and judges it. When you judge the law, you are not keeping it, but sitting in judgment on it. There is only one lawgiver and judge, the one who is able to save and destroy. But you, who are you to judge your neighbor? This passage comes within a very clear context within this chapter. And what's that? What's the major theme here in James chapter 4? Humility. It's humility. We've talked about that, being humble before God, coming before God, that God raises up the humble, that we must approach each other in humility when we argue, when we quarrel. And now it's going to the next level of when we speak to each other, specifically to individuals within the body of Christ, brothers and sisters. What should we do? We should be humble. The first thing we need to analyze is, are we the ones doing the right thing? It says here that when you judge the law, you are not keeping it, but sitting in judgment on it. The very first thing we need to go after is, are we the ones keeping the law? Are we the ones doing the right thing? Because if we're not, who are we then to say something to somebody else? And that's what we should be focused on here. Are we doing the right things? So how about you where you're at? Are you doing what you should be doing? I know I've had to look at myself internally over and over and over again. And in this season specifically, it's been a great time to be introspective going, am I doing the right thing? Instead of looking around at everybody else going, hey, you're doing or you're not. Instead, I've had to go, what am I doing? And then once we get to that point, then we can have the conversation around accountability. Because accountability and judgment, two different things. We should definitely hold each other accountable, but we should be very careful when we judge, because we should leave it up to the one who judges justly, the only lawgiver and judge, the one who's able to save and destroy. So let's leave the judging up to God and look at ourselves going, what should I be doing? And then hold each other accountable, challenge each other to make sure that we're an example for Christ in this world. Hopefully you're having a great week. You're being challenged and you're continuing to grow. I'll see you tomorrow.